Welcome back. Our next segment on Fighting Illini Insider today has to do with the Illini baseball team as we approach the start of the baseball season, and we're joined by Illini head baseball coach Dan Hartleb. And Dan, welcome to the show, and you guys are off and already playing. In fact, you've already made one trip.
We have made one trip. It's been, a quick early season, it seems like. We've got a lot of new faces, and it was an interesting time over the weekend. A lot of guys that have never played college baseball before got on the field. And it was interesting, and they did a good job, but it's a learning process for everybody right now.
Sure is. Every year you start out with that, recently, the Big Ten Big East Challenge, and you got a big win over St. John's, I think, in the last day down there.
We did. We got better each and every day. The first day we didn't play very well from a pitching standpoint. Defensively we played very well, and we also swung the bats well. The second day was a very good college baseball game. We lost 4-3, and again, played well in all aspects, and then we turned around yesterday and bounced back against a very good St. John's team. Ended up beating them 9-4, and played well in all three aspects.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's talk about your team a little bit. You mentioned the new faces along with some returning guys. Willie Argo's back, Davis Hendrickson back, but talk about the new guys too a little bit.
It was interesting. As you look around, we had a few familiar faces on the field with Willie Argo, as you said, Davis Hendrickson, Brandon Hall. Basically everybody else that we put out was new, at least as far as where they were playing or positionally. Justin Parr, which was our DH last year, ended up playing left field. And then at second base we played Reed Roper, it's a redshirt freshman. We also played a guy by the name of Mike Hurwitz. We had another Parr, Jordan at first base. Reed Roper played some at short over the weekend, as well as Thomas Lindauer, and then behind the plate we used two different catchers with Kelly Norris-Jones and Alex Lincoln. So it was a lot of new faces. We had a freshman DH yesterday, David Carrion. They all showed great composure, and they're going to be very, very good players. They're good players now, but they're going to continue to improve, and we've got a chance to be a good club down the line.
Mm-hmm. Especially true in baseball. Pitching always comes down to that. Tell us about a couple of your key guys there.
Well, pitching-wise, we started out and struggled the first game, which I was disappointed in. But we got two freshmen on the mound that did a good job for us. Josh Ferry, I was very pleased with his performance. And then we brought in Drayson Johnson for one out in that game, and was impressive, just went right after hitters. We turned around and used him again then on Saturday. So two freshmen there, and then in the win against St. John's, we brought in another true freshman by the name of John Kravitz. He went 6 2/3, did not give up a run, only 2 hits, and again was extremely impressive with his composure and arm strength and everything.
Dan, this early part of the season, you play in a lot of tournaments down south, warmer weather usually. Then you get the non-conference, and then you're out to defend your Big Ten championship from a year ago. So tell us about what the schedule looks like this year.
Well, the schedule's interesting. If you look at what happened with our success last year, all these tournaments we've gotten into, they've given us probably the toughest draw, which is okay because we're going to get better in a hurry. We play a number of ranked teams, a number of teams that will present some different types of issues. Some are running teams, some are more pitching oriented, some teams are more power type teams. So we're going to see a mix of different types of competition, but very, very good competition. I would think with the schedule we have that we may have one of the toughest RPI schedules in the country going into the Big Ten.
Yep, and a chance to defend that Big Ten title coming up this spring. Dan, good luck this year. We'll look forward to seeing you guys play.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Dan Hartleb, head baseball coach at the University of Illinois, and we'll have more to come, including a feature with the Illini basketball women's team and an inspirational message they received recently. All that straight ahead on Fighting Illini Insider.